What's up, everybody? Kind of jump on real quick. I'm on live, honey, because I'm just so disgusted. But disgusted in a good way. Can I say that? And the truth of the matter is, I'm disgusted with our youth. I'm disgusted with our youth for so many reasons. Every time you turn around, before I get into my conversation, because it needs to be said, and as much as I try to stay away from this conversation, it's like God won't allow it. Like it just sits here in my belly as if it's something that I need to give out into the world. I try my darnest to steer clear of foolishness and ignorance and stupidity. I try. But it's almost like God wants me to just keep speaking about the importance of training up your children. Now, you must understand I'm Generation X, which means that I was raised in a household with a praying mother, a grandmother that participated in my life, a dad that participated in my life. And, I don't know the amigos, but see, this is deeper than the amigos, because the truth of the matter is that our children and our sons, let me take that back. I'm not going to say just everybody, not the females, but the black males. Yeah, I'm going to say it. It needs to be said. The black males are not really living past the age of 19. Yeah, we're going to call a spade today. Now, as we all saw what transpired in Farmerville, I'm sorry, not Farmerville. They played Farmerville this week with Kara and Rich, what was it, Winsboro. Now, true enough, I did go live, and of course, people was like, oh, she's so loud, or she's so, and the people, they have their own opinions. Everybody has one, so you very well can speak it towards me. I'm not really bothered, about what people say about me because I know who I am. But this is where the rubber meets the road. The young black men, I was over there yesterday, and let me tell everybody that's watching, I've decided to cook the gumbo over here in my own shop, the block that I own, okay? I decided because I was going to go over there, and my husband was like, no, baby, you've been cooking over here. This is what people know you at, so you're going to come over here, okay? So to make a long story short, the constant violence. Yeah. And see, then you have the people in the community, and this is what gets me because I'm a radical. I speak my mind. I really, my husband, he speaks his mind being a school board member. Now, this is his last year. And I watched him constantly, writing up his thoughts on Facebook, or while we were driving, I write it in our notes. And then, it was he and we were going back and forth. And, he would put it on Facebook and they would share. But you know what? There wasn't enough people. There wasn't enough people behind him. We would get voicemails and text messages, and people say, we see y'all out there, but who's behind you? It's like we don't know how to really take a real stance. Because, see, what happened is you go back to the 50s and the 60s, and you saw your Martin Luther Kings, you saw these gentlemen that were out on the forefront. But it's almost like and I don't want to just necessarily point out the black male, but I got to say this. It's almost as if we were dealing with fear, that we're afraid to get in front of our children and defend them properly. And when I say that, this goes back to home training. I told y'all earlier last year that we need to get back to the old drawing board. We need to begin to start disciplining our children. We're losing our children, our sons, day to day. Do we understand that? My son is 29 years of age. He will be 30 on February the 3rd. And I thank the Lord for his life. He's never been in any type of trouble because I taught him right. Not to say that you parents are not teaching your children. Now, I'm not saying that not all of you are not, but some of us, we've kind of lost our way when it comes to the children. And then, we get into church and we hear, and I'm not going to necessarily say that the church has failed us, but in a sense, we've sort of failed ourselves because we're not educating ourselves on the importance of our black history. And I say that for many reasons. You saw me on the live, and I made a statement as to why some of these issues are constantly revolving. And the reason is why is because our children really don't know who they are. They cannot identify with themselves because we call it critical race theory, but in actuality, it is our truth. The children don't know who they are because they don't know anything about themselves. And then the person that looks like them probably left them and at a young age. And so now you got these social media. And let me tell you something. Y'all better understand it's an agenda. It's an agenda for the black race. And I know many people are not going to receive what I'm saying. Excuse me, because I'm getting dry. Many people are not going to receive what I'm saying. But I'm going to tell you something. I look at the white race. I see them come together. I'm going to say this. I have a lot of white people that follow me. I love the togetherness that they have. Anybody got something negative to say, it's fine with me. I look at all the other races, ethnicities, and I see how they come together. Not to say that there's not violence in there. I know that the people don't really project that. The news doesn't project that. But it's always black. So let's stick with the black race because I'm of this race. I know it's one human race, but actually God selected me to be a part of this race. And I have to raise my voice and awareness when it comes to these children. So when I look and I peel back the layers when it comes to us, the problem is we don't support one another enough. There's always envy and there's always strife and there's always jealousy because we're thinking that somebody's going to get ahead of us. But you have to understand that God put you in that position to be a blessing for the next race for you to pass the baton to. But we're so self absorbed. That's what we are. It's all about us and our for and no more. I say it so much. We don't even know how to sacrifice no more. We want to get on Facebook and show our entire lives of everything that we're doing, but we don't want to help nobody. And then soon as a child dies, you know what we do? Oh man, rest in peace. That was my boy. And now let me tell you something that I said. I'm going to say it live. The same way that we came together for the Franklin Parish and Winsboro situation with Carol is the same way that we have to come together for the violence in the community. Every time a child dies and is on that ground, we need to be right there with the parents. We need to stick our necks out to help these parents because they don't have help. Most of these mothers are doing it by themselves. And God placed men on this earth. And I'm going to talk about you men because you are not taking your proper stance in this earth realm. You're not doing what you're called to do. God has called you to do great things. But you're so into yourselves. You're so into the status quo. And I'm going to talk about the agenda. Thank you, Lord, for reminding me about this agenda. Because what has happened is we've lost our seasoning in this world. What has happened is the government basically, let me tell you about the industry, the music industry. I have a very clean background when it comes to what I speak out my mouth and what I sing. But let me tell you something. We have all these different artists and these celebrities that your children are looking at. And this is who they're idolizing. This is who they're emulating. This is who they're imitating. This is who they want to be like. Not that, and I'm not against them wanting to be popular. I'm not against them wanting to have money and success. But there's a way that you're supposed to have it. Talk coming out butt naked is not it. Oh, Lord. Coming out loose is not it. Showing your backside. I went to a game. And I'm talking about the Grambling State game in Shreveport. We were down there. And they was playing Natchitoches. I can't think of that school. They were playing Natchitoches. Some of our black females came out in leotards. You wasn't going dancing. It's a time and place for everything. But they came out in leotards with see-through clothing. And then you want to ask, why does the man disrespect you so much? Because you're not respecting yourself. You're not dignified. You walk around with no integrity. And you wonder why people call you animals. You wonder why? Because you're acting as such. You're acting like you don't care no more. Whatever happened to love? The Bible commanded us to do one thing. One thing he asked us to do. Owe no man nothing but to love them. But to love them. And we can't even get that right. So yes, I'm highly disgusted. Yes, I wanted to discuss this today. I needed to get this out of my spirit because I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing it. Poor child with the Omegos. I don't even know the group like that. Setback, Offset, Low Key, whatever his name was. But that was somebody's child. And I'm going to tell you something. They place these blacks in the forefront. And you know why? It's to keep you in bondage. That's why. You don't have your Mary McLeod Bethunes no more. You ain't got, ain't no Shirley, what is it, Chisholm? What was her name, Rick? Yeah. We don't have that anymore. We don't have Phyllis Wheatley's. We have some, don't get me wrong, but they're not in the forefront. Watch out, look how the world doing this. They're not putting rich-minded, successful, I'm talking about ambitious people that actually from the ground up. I'm not talking about, I'm not talking, you don't hear about them anymore. You see, our children don't know the richness. They don't know about Black Wall Street. They don't know what happened in 1921. They don't know how we all assembled together. They don't know about real success. They don't know about the real serial entrepreneurs that was out here. They don't know. They blindsided. They don't have the Cosby Show on television no more. They got sex. Yeah, all this sexualized. This is what they got. This is what the children looking at now. Your child could actually be on YouTube and then they're going to see something pop up in the feed. And they're feeding their spirits with this. And you wonder why all the mindsets are jacked up. Because it's what they're seeing with their eyes. It's what they're taking into their souls. And eventually what they see, they're going to go out and reenact. See, that's what's happening. But we don't want to talk about that. We just want to parade around like we got it going on. You know, it's all about me. You know, I'm shining. I got me about 300,000-400,000 in the bank. So that's what it's all about. You talking about what you got, who you helping, what you doing, who you lending your service to out there. How about that? Can we get back to that? You want to talk about the good old days, baby? The good old days, you can leave your door unlocked and when nobody gonna come through because the neighborhood watch was watching. Who's watching the neighborhoods now? Who's telling it? Oh, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't no snitch. Why? Somebody just died on your clock, on your watch, and you don't want to tell it? What's going on? What's going on? Marvin Gaye say, what's going on? What's going on? It's high time we take back our children. I say this every single year, but this year, it's too much. It's too much. I have to literally stay on my face because why? I have 3 black sons. 3. And I got 3 black grandsons. And they're going to be trained up in the fear and admonition of the Lord. Yes, they are. Okay, what you got to say? I'm going to make sure. That's why I told my 22-year-old a few days ago what he needed to do. He was telling my mom, I want to go and get me a charger. You're not about to go get you no charger. I'm about to go, no, you're not about to go get a $20,000 vehicle. They finna jack up the prices. So I have to tell him how it goes. How money rules the world. I got to tell him about that. You see what I'm saying? It ain't about high-siding in the community no more. We have to take these children back, and we have to give them back to God. That's what we got to do. That's what we must do. I ask each and every woman that's on here now, each and every male in your community, if you have an organization, I have a 501. I ain't out here talking about it. I'm being about it. That's what I'm doing. I know what God has called and chose me to do. But what has he called and chose you to do? Some of y'all need to repent. Real talk. Because you really ain't been about your people like you say you have been. You're running with certain groups of folks. That's what y'all do. Running with certain people in a different tax bracket that you think got it going on. Baby, half of these folks still broke. They just look the part. They just look the part. People have said many times, girl, that's y'all's. You know, right? Oh, that's y'all building. Own all this. Own it. All of it. It may not be what everybody else got, but it's mine. You see what I'm saying? Ownership. Take ownership of whatever God blessed you with. Take ownership of your children. Do we not understand that we're just a breath? While we still telling folks like we got everything that we need, we're still just a breath that appears for a while and just disappears. That's all you are. You don't have it going on. And stop going about taking all this money that you have and you going to buy all these children this expensive stuff only for somebody to rob them. Because let me tell you something, I'll be right over there at Walmart. I'll be right down here at the street at the thrift store. You see what I'm saying? You got to live below your means. Stop doing that. Leave it alone. I need many of you to change your mindsets before I get off of this Facebook Live. And I want you guys to get in your prayer closets. I want most of you, whoever's watching, to talk to your children. Talk to your grandchildren about the importance of their life, because it can just be taken in an instant. The amigos had no business shooting dice. Yes, I'm going to say it. They're rich. But see, it's your mindset. The mindset didn't change. They were out there. You know, and I'm not, when you get out there with people that have not changed, you got that jealousy that's going to come against you. So then they take you out. And now everybody's like, you know what? Man, I miss my boy. And I get this, again, that's somebody's child. But he never should have been there. When I was over there, and I'm going to say this last thing, I saw 2 young boys. I told him who my children were. Yeah, yes, ma'am, I went to school with him, but he said, I got expelled. He said, ma'am, I got expelled. I said, so what you doing with your life? Nothing. I asked the other one. He said, you remember me? You was over there. You was teaching us. You was at Vision Academy. I said, I was. He said, man, what you doing now today? But let me tell you something. The fact that he said he was expelled. I said, well, did you go back to school? No, ma'am. You know what I told him? I got expelled a month before graduation. Uh-oh. He said, what you say, ma'am? I said, I got expelled a month before graduation. I did. But that didn't stop me. See, when I got expelled, it was expulsion in the system. So when my mom went me to different schools to see if I could go to any other school, they said, well, no, ma'am, it shows up in the system, it's expulsion. She can't go to any other school. So, wow. So I sat there and I cried. I said, diploma. And they said, well, the only thing she could get is a GED. I was like, what? I went to school all these years. And because of me fighting, you know, defending myself as I felt I needed to do, I get expelled. And I got expelled right after graduation practice. Who does that? I did. And I am proud to say I have a GED. But I don't just have a GED. I got more things behind me. And for that reason, that's why I'm going to get out here and tell these children that you can do it. You can go back to college and finish. You can get your licenses in financial services. You can be a life coach. You can be a wellness coach. That's what I did. I went back to school. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm really done. I think I said enough. Hopefully this reached somebody's ears. Hopefully you would love on your children more. You would tell them the right things to do. You know what I'm saying? And you will tell them that life is not promised. And that if you get out here in this world, in these streets, that it's a possibility. If you do wrong, you may come up short. It's possible. It's going to happen. So anyway, let's take back these babies. Let's build back our communities. And let's do the right thing. And stop making everything about us. Y'all have a blessed afternoon. I'm done. And I'm going to speak to those that were still on. There's one sure enough thing about it. God delivered me and set me free. So let's see. Let me see who's on. God bless all of you. Yeah, I really had a moment. So I needed to talk and I needed to get that out. And so let's see, Janika and Michael Fields, Charles Somerville, Bill Gilbert, Ned. Hello to all of you this afternoon. Jennifer Cooley, Barney, Janisha, Valerie Bowie, Edwina. God bless you too. Scott Banks, my boy. Terrell, John Price, Byron Lyons. What's up? What's up, my boy? Deshaun Cotton. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany. Look, I was going to say I was going to be down there, but I'm heading to New Orleans here shortly. Anna Wade. Hey, how you doing, sister? Lady Red. And, some names I be missing out on. Patricia. Anna, yes. Maquila, thank you for the stars. And Kathy Hirsch, you always on supporting. Good morning, yes. Well, oh, I know it was 11:50, but I'm just say good afternoon, Sharon and Benito. Hey, my brother. And so many more, Brandon, and I know I'm going to miss some names, but Charlene, thank y'all so much. Rosalind, hey, auntie. She got that doctorate degree there in theology. Honey, keep preaching that word. Jesse James, Lexi, Tondra, hey, cousin. Robin, Bell, Uncle Phil. You know I calls all y'all out because I'm telling you, I wouldn't even follow all my family had it not been for y'all following this page, I wouldn't even be able to continue to do what I'm doing, but I'm blessed. And I'm blessed to know that I do have the support that's out there. Charles Anderson. Oh, it was Daniel. Hey, good morning, my brother. All in my fields. That's one of my coaches right there, y'all. Daniel Jalla, the best saxophonist, man. We're going to be doing some things in the community. We got to get out here and, it's something about the sound of music because the world was created how? By the sound of God's voice. It's something about the sound. Yes, the major and minors. Eric Williams, yes, sir. Michelle Johnson. Jared Gatson, what's up, DJ? Tamisha Gray, what's up, sister? Y'all, and I hope I didn't miss anybody. Gabriella, Misha. Hey, Angie B. Did you get your shirt? The Louisiana High Tea, it should be in. I think you should get it today. Rashonda, Michael Whitlock, Fanny Gray. Yeah. Look, I thank y'all so much. Again, those that did not watch, I'm just giving my heart, man. It was so heavy, and I needed to really release this. And y'all have no idea. Me and my husband have been working tirelessly in our shop, and that we just got to take a break. So we were gonna ride out to New Orleans. We really gotta go release some tension and love on one another. And for my couples that are watching, continue to love on your spouses, baby. Don't be out here with no side piece, baby. She can't do nothing but get you caught up. I don't know who needed to hear that. But love on your spouse. Give them all you got. Give it to your spouse. Don't be out here handing it out to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, and Sheila, Jane, and Kalisha. But anywho, I'm gone because y'all know I'll be up on here. So look, remember, anybody that's watching, and let me say this right quick, y'all. I don't know this lady. I know y'all can kind of see this. And I don't know her, but I'm going to call you out. I don't know you, Patricia Robinson, that came by the shop. And you want to give sausage and chicken for gumbo. That's when you know that you're doing what God has called you to do. When people just want to give anyhow. I don't know you. Oh, I don't want to put your number there. I don't know you, but they wrote this down. Worker wrote this down, and I didn't get a chance to call you on yesterday. So for those that will be coming by to get chicken and gumbo that I'm making for Sunday, we're going to be right here at our building, Afrocentrics. We're going to be in the front. We're going to have music. But we're going to do a lot, if we're led to pray, whatever it is. But let's come out and have a good time right here at Afrocentrics across from, Azteca and the Plasma Center. Y'all come on through. Holla at your girl. Let's talk. Let's see how we can come together and do some great things. Because our children need to most of all see us come together because there's so much division and strife and dissension. They see enough arguing. They see enough of that. You know what I'm saying? So let's show them how to love again. That's what's really needed right now. Y'all continue to be blessed. And thank you so much. Who is that? Say something. Elizabeth? Okay, how can I get that combo shit? Get it shipped, chick. You should be in town. Oh, yeah, and Grandma got their homecoming this weekend, and we're rooting for Carol to whoop Union Parish. I hope that I said something that you guys like. Hey, Hope you late. You normally on. You late today. Yes. So I'm gone, y'all. I'm gone. Thank you again. Continues to pray for me because I will always pray for you guys. Victoria Wells and everybody else that's just now tuning in. Abby. And Monique, Tanisha. Look at my sister. Hey, boo. All right, y'all. I'm gone this time. Y'all be blessed.